What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you how I did this. As you guys can see, last episode I showed you the wheels all painted, so this episode I'm going to show you how I painted the wheels. So yeah, obviously this is one that I've painted. It's a bit dusty at the moment, but if you guys want to see how I painted this wheel, then obviously carry on watching. So obviously first things first, obviously there's loads of ways that you can do this, but I've decided to use masking tape and just mask the whole outside of the area that I don't want paint on. As you can see, I've obviously kept it as close to the polished rim as I can keep it, and then obviously just done the tyre on the outside as well. But yeah, let's get into it. So obviously first things first, Scotch-Brite pad. And what you want to do, I've already done it with these, but basically any areas that have got like marks or anything like that, you want to obviously clean all the dirt off, just basically go all around the wheel, around all of the spokes, and just basically remove any like brake dust, contaminants, absolutely anything that you can see within reason. And it also scratches up the clear coat. So obviously when it comes to priming, it will accept the primer a lot easier and yeah, give you a better finish. So like I said, you've got to literally go around the whole wheel, make sure you get everything off that you can see, and then once we're done with this, we are ready for the primer. So that is our wheel all prepped. Now obviously, as you can see there's a couple of scratches. There the paint has actually been fully removed, but obviously with stuff like that, you don't really need to worry about that because we're going to be using a high vis primer. So that will get rid of a lot of the issues that are in the wheel. So as you guys can most probably see in the side of the video, we've also got some extra bits that we're painting today that I've already prepped the headlight covers. We've got the wheel caps to do and the bung delete to do as well. So yeah, obviously the main focus is going to be the wheel, but also I am going to be painting these at the same time. Exactly the same process as the wheel as it is with these bits. So if you're in the UK, then obviously you guys most probably know about Halford's. This is the primer that I'm talking about. Like I said, it's Halford's high build primer. I use this stuff all the time. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's obviously important as well that the wheel is laying flat on the floor. If it's standing up, then obviously getting that angle with the wheel being on the ground is not going to be easily accessible and most probably make the job a lot more difficult as well. But yeah, wheel's flat on the ground, everything's prepped and ready to go. So it is a case of starting to prime the wheel. So obviously all you want to do at first is lightly dust it off. Nice even surface coat, and it's easier as well if you start on the outer edge of the wheel and work your way in. Try to get up the sides of the spokes as well and just move around the actual wheel. That way you get a nice good even coverage and you'll have a better paint finish for it. So that's the first dust off complete. So it's been about 10 minutes, as you guys can see. Obviously, it will look a bit patchy. That's completely normal. But that is the first coat done. Obviously, I've given these a coat as well. So now it's time to do the second coat of primer and give that a bit of a heavier coat, but still what I would consider a light coat. It doesn't need a lot of primer. So yeah, second coat going on. Bit of a longer duration when spraying now. Like I said, a little bit of a heavier coat, but at the same time, nothing too hectic. We don't want no paint runs. Again, making sure you get every area. Get that nice even coat. Like I said, this is high build primer, so it will do exactly what it says quick, and that'll build up coats quite nicely, quite evenly, very quickly as well. And it will take out a lot of the damage that was already on the wheel. Obviously keep the spray 20 to 30 centimetres away, depending on what areas you're working. Obviously you might have to become a lot closer than what's recommended to actually get into all of the difficult areas. So yeah, that's the second coat. I'm now going to do the pieces over here again and let that dry. So again, that is the second coat. Let me just show you something quick, guys. Now, I am painting in a very dusty barn, and as you can see, we have got a little bit of a contaminant. Don't remove that. Let the paint dry first, and then you can use your Scotch pad to just lightly brush over that and get rid of the contaminant. Just wanted to obviously give you guys that heads up. Right, so it's now been about 15-20 minutes. Time to put on some colour. So again, I'm using Halfords, and this is Black Magic Pearl. This is the same colour as the car the wheel's going on. So yeah, obviously give the can a good shake. And then just lightly start dusting off the wheel again. Same as the first coat of primer. Make sure you get a nice good even coat. So there is our first coat of colour. As you can see, it's starting to come along. Does look a bit patchy, a bit rough, but don't worry about that. Again, with coats that will disappear and become a lot more uniform. So that is the first coat done. Leave that to dry for 15 minutes again. So, second coat of paint, same as what we've done with the primer. Second coat, we go a little bit heavier. Really start to get that colour in on the wheel. So a nice heavy coat. Reasonably well covered, because we are going to do a third, maybe a fourth and final coat. We will see how it comes out between now and then. Again, really important that you get in all of those awkward spaces, but this will almost look good enough for the finished coat. Obviously that's the second coat, but just have a double check, see if you've missed any bits like I had there and there. Just add a bit of paint on that. And I think that is as good as our second coat needs to be. So as you guys can see, we've got a nice glossy looking coat now. And then what we will do is wait for that to dry, and then most probably go through it and just start to get rid of some of those imperfections that you can see. Right, so it's been about an hour now, and I'm going to give you the perfect example. Let the paint dry, and then you see that imprint there. So we scuff up the wheel again with that Scotch pad to get rid of that problem. So I'm going to set up the camera and just give you a good idea of how we're going to get rid of that. Right, so Scotch pad, scuff, and you just basically keep scuffing it. It's a very light scuff until you slowly start to see that imprint disappear. It will become flat. It might take a little minute to get it like flat, but as you can see, it is slowly but surely starting to disappear. Becoming flatter. Like I said, no pressure, just light scrubbing. just to get rid of the imprint itself. So the aim of it is to get the paint flat to the point of this imprint being fairly level and fairly smooth. So I think that will do it. I now would say that the next coat we put on the wheel will cover that, and that will completely disappear. Right, so that's everything scuffed up, ready for another coat. Like I said, there's that little bit there. It looks rough, don't get me wrong, but once it's painted, you'll see. Right. Time for another coat. And this final coat, you want to give it a really nice, heavy coat. Again, stay reasonably far away, but at the same time, you want to get a nice, heavy coat on this. And that is our final coat. Very nice and glossy. A nice even finish as well. And we've got every single area of the wheel covered. So now we just let that dry for a good 30 minutes or so, and then we can clear it off. Right, wheel's dry again. So now it's time to give it a clear coat. So with the clear coat, you just literally want to dust it off. Don't hover the can above the wheel as well. Keep it out on the outside of the wheel, because clear is more likely to drip, and the last thing you want is that to start happening already. So literally, like I said, just a light dusting off. Nice even coat of dusting. And we want to leave that there. That's the first coat of clear done. So as you can see, the clear coat will look very textured and very patchy, but don't be fooled by that. It's all part of the finishing plan. Right, it's been 20 minutes. Time for the second coat. And there we have it. Second coat. Nice and glossy. So we're going to leave that to set. So, the wheels didn't need a third coat in the end, but let me just flip the camera and show you the result. Oh yeah, buddy! I've also added some blue details, as you can see, to obviously match those. So that's going to be the feature of the car, the little blue details. Also done the side indicators, but yeah, how cool do they look? Absolutely massive difference. Don't get me wrong, still need to tidy up a little bit around the edge on the polished lip and stuff like that, but yeah, that basically is how to paint a set of wheels. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and learnt something, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.